What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Mr. Watch. Today we are playing Epic 7. So, thanks to Kabuki for giving me the little nudge to start making videos. I'm going to be doing some Epic 7 content on the channel now. And you know, I've been hopping around a lot of things. Naruto Blazing, I tried doing Legends and you know some other stuff. But pretty much I'm just gonna make content on what I enjoy, and right now I'm enjoying Epic 7. Naruto Blazing is super dead. If you guys don't know what Naruto Blazing is, don't worry about it. Better it stays that way. Tier. But, well, let's get into this. So, what is the goal of this video? This video is going to be explaining, kind of like a overview of what to expect from Epic 7. This is tailored towards people who haven't played the game, don't know anything about the game, or know very little and are not sure if they want to get into it. You know, it's like, you know, some people are just like, I don't know if I want to invest my time in a game that I might not enjoy. But pretty reasonable. So I'm going to be explaining kind of like the basics of this game and what you should expect if you try to play it. Now, going forward from this, videos that you can expect from this channel are 1. Reroll guide, 2. A beginner's guide, and then kind of like a playthrough. This is my main account, but I also have another account that I rerolled that's completely free to play friendly. Haven't spent a single dollar on there, don't intend to. And I just want to make content on that to show that this game is very free-to-play friendly. It's not the most free-to-play friendly, but it's really up there. You get plenty of currency in this game just by playing. You get a lot of free units. You get a lot of good units in this game for free. And just the way the mechanics of this game work are really dope. So let's just jump straight into it. I'll kind of demonstrate how... Let's do one battle just so I can show you what to expect. Let's see. Let's do it real. In this game, it is a turn-based RPG where you have 4 units on your team. The 4 units consist of 5 different elements and 5 different classes. I think 5 classes. But the way the turns go is based on it's turn-based, but it's based on the speed gauge that is on the left. Every unit has, you know, a whole bunch of stats. Attack, health, defense, critical chance, critical damage increase, whatever you want to call it, right? And speed is one of them. So speed determines how fast your character will go, you know, in comparison to the rest of the characters on the screen. Now, you can see on the left the exact order of who's going to go in what order, you know, who's going to go at what point. And if you click on the little hourglass, it shows you this, the full display and all the cooldowns of every single move. You can kind of get an idea of whose units are buffed out and things like that. Like, you can enhance skills further, so you can see that on the top, I actually have the same unit as my opponent with a girl named Acades. I don't know how to say her name. I think it's Acades, but I'm called that. The one that's the 50 girl in the front with the staff. So you can see on the top that the enemies has +5 on every single skill, where mine is only +3 on one. So you get an idea of who to focus, who not to focus, who to be afraid of, and so on. Now, how do the actual gameplay work? Well, you have 3 different skills. Skill 1, Skill 2, and Skill 3. You can just use a skill. So you click on a skill. Some skills are AoE, some are self-buffing, some are healing, some are single target. And you just hit an opponent, and you know the skill goes. So this was my Skill 3 that I used. And you know, it does a good amount of damage. That was a single target skill. Now there's a lot of things that go into the combat, right? You have your AoE, you have to think about the type advantages. But the typing in this game works very similar to most gacha games, where it's like you have your 3 elements, red, green, blue, that are kind of like in a circle. Red is effective to green, green is effective to blue, blue is effective to red. And then you have 2 more elements, which are purple and yellow, or you know, dark and light, whatever you want to call it. They're effective to each other. Now, those 5 elements together make a team comp. You also have your 5, I think it's 5, but you have a warrior class, which is the current unit that's up right now, Sigrid. You have a soul weaver class, which is kind of like a healer. Mage, just mage. Thief, kind of like your speedy boy assassins. And then you have your knights, kind of like front line beefy tanks. One thing in this game is that the unit that is in the front So in this case, my Hades, which I can't really show you guys because I don't have a mouse, but my Hades is the blonde hair girl, and she's the unit at the front. So she will take the, at least based on AI, she will take the most amount of hits. When when the AIs do their attacks, they'll focus her the most. It doesn't really apply that much to Arena, but it does to every other type of content in the game. So that's kind of how the combat works. Everyone has different skills. Sometimes instead of having a skill, you'll have a passive. And you kind of make a team comp that works together, right? With a healer, someone tanky, a couple of damage dealers, and so on like that. That way you get the idea. Well, hopefully that kind of explains how the combat works. To give you a small idea of what to expect in the combat. The team synergy is like really important in this game. You cannot just stick broken units together and expect them to work. You need a team that heavily synergizes with each other, and that'll be the team that wins. But even if you have worse units, but the way they synergize together is amazing, you'll be doing better off than someone who just sticks a bunch of broken units on a team. One thing I feel like I should go over is the summon rates. 5 stars are the highest rarity in this game, right? Sorry, 6 stars are the highest rarity in this game. 5 stars are the highest summonable rarity in this game. The rates for a 5-star are 1.25% for the combined amount of 5 stars. Just so you know. That is so low. You can see right here that there are, I don't even know how many 5 stars these are, right? But the rate is, well, let's not look at the rate up one, and let's look at the normal one. It's 0.05, so half of a 0.1% chance to summon for a 5-star unit. Now, with that being said, I like to point out that this game mechanics makes it so that you do not need 5 stars on your team to get far. The original team that I was running consisted of 1 5-star that I got from my reroll. And if you're wondering how long does the reroll take, like that'll be for a different video. But just so you know, this game has a mechanic known as Selective Summon, where you get to about 10 missions in, which is I'd say about half an hour's worth of playing, maybe a little less. Play for about half an hour, and Selective Summon appears. Selective Summon is a one-time thing per account that pretty much says you get to do 30 multi-summons and keep one. And it's not like you get to do all 30 and then pick one of those. It's you do a multi-summon, do you like it, you keep it, if not, you get to do another one. And so on. So this is the team. Let me show you the team that I was running originally. Where is my other hero? Originally, when the game came out, I was running this team, right? And I made it really far using this team. So this is up top, Terranor Guard is a 3-star. I don't even know how to say her name. Montmorency. She's a 3-star. And Sid is a 4-star. These 3 units, plus my Araminta, who is a natural 5-star, were my main team up until like 90% of the story, where I decided to spend some money on the game. I didn't even spend money, actually. I just spent whatever things I farmed up trying to get a 5-star, which I realized I didn't need. And then it took me forever. I didn't get my first 5. I went through this game for 2 weeks straight, right? My first 5-star I got that wasn't in the reroll was today, or yesterday actually. So just keep that in mind. I still don't use like this. Acades is a healer who's a 4-star naturally. Sigrid is a 5-star. So the one thing is that every unit can go to the highest rarity of 6 stars. And because of that, it makes it so that every unit is viable. And what determines viability in this game is kit and stats. Or modifiers, I should say. If I click on Acades here, her kit, when I mean by kit, I mean what do her 3 moves do, And are they good or not? That is Kit. When I say modifiers, you can't see them from here, and I think you have to test them out for each character. But when I mean Kit, I mean modifiers. See how it says here, recovers allies' health and grants invincibility, whatever. Amount recovered is proportional to the caster's max health. So, based off of my max health, which is almost 7,000, I will do a certain amount of healing. So if I have 7,000 HP, I do a little bit over 1,000 healing. So you kind of get an idea, right? It's like whatever number that is. It's like that is what I mean by modifier. So those two things are the big things that determine how good a character is. Whether it's a 3-star, whether it's a 5-star, and so on. Another thing in this game is that the best units in the game are really easy to come by. I'd say like top 3 units in the game is a 3-star unit. And the reason for that is they implement this thing called specialty changes in the game. Where when you get a 3-star, there's specific 3-stars in the game that they say that, you know, we're gonna give them a special awakening, right? They will transform into a new character, essentially. A buffed version of themselves. So this person right here, Clury, is a 3-star, as you can see right here. You know, when you get up to level 50, you can begin her specialty change, which, you know, requires a couple of quests and things like that. And when you finish that, you unlock Falconer Clury, who is the most busted knight in the entire game, used viable on every single team possible. Pretty much a necessity on most teams. And yeah, it's just like, that's what I mean. This person right here, Lorena, when she gets her specialty change, she becomes one of, I think, like top 3, top 5 single target DPS in the entire game. And she is free. You get her for free for playing the game. So it's like things like that make this game really enticing to me. Let's get into the grind aspect of this game, right? This game is very, very grind heavy. This might be a big turn on, turn off for you, right? For me, it's a big turn on. I love playing grindy games where the max level or the max, you know, the maximum potential of the end game or of a character is super far down the line. I'm not even anywhere close to, you know, to end game. Like, I've been playing, I'm rank 45, max rank is rank 60, but that don't matter. Like, my characters are garbage. I can barely beat a lot of the content, but that's what I find enjoyable. So, where does the grind really involve in? Well, one is the level, right? Ranking up units to the next rarity takes a lot of time when you get higher up. Like, when you're beginning the game, getting your first 3-star unit to a 4-star will be like, wow, this is a grind. And then when you gotta get your 4-star units to 5-star, because it's like, you know, rank 30, or a 3-star will go up to level 30, a 4-star will go up to level 40, and so on. When you get to all your units to level 40, and you're like, wow, I gotta get to everyone to 5 stars now, it's gonna take forever. And then when you get to the 6-star grind, it can take, you know, up to 2 weeks to make your first 6-star. And that's insane, right? So that is one area of grinding. The next area of grinding is gear. Gear takes a lot of time in this game because there's so many things involved, variables involved with gear. One is the tier of the gear. You can see here how my gear is level 42. The level doesn't really change. That's kind of like, they used to be written like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, and so on. So this is level 42, but it's kind of just like the level 42 set of gear in a sense. And then here's the 57 one, and so on. And, you know, it goes higher than that. Like, here's like 55. You can't really raise the level of gear. It's just whatever you find it at, so you get an idea. Gear can be enhanced, and all gear have one main line, which is the big attack thing over here, or this area. It'll be, you know, attack percentage or whatever. So it's different for each gear. When you find the gear on the left will always be the same thing, and the gear on the right, these 3 gears, can be almost anything. So a lot of the grind comes in finding the best gear, leveling up, and trying to get the right, all the sublines on the gear, the smaller, 4 lines are random. The percentages are random, and the lines are random. So it's like getting the best gear takes a long time. Then you got the artifact, which is in the top right. If you guys have played Dragalia Lost and you've played, you know what worm prints are. This is kind of like the same thing. The difference in this game is that artifacts are huge when it comes to how powerful they are. Right? These make or break characters sometimes. You have specific artifacts for classes, and you have general artifacts that work all around. Artifacts go up to level 15, and then you can limit break them for 3 more levels at a time if you have more copies of the artifact. So that's where a lot of your grinding comes from. Story is pretty straightforward. You should be able to get through story with just a rerolled account and nothing else. That's what I was able to do, and then summon from there. So I think that's pretty much, I covered most of the stuff I wanted to go through on this game, at least for the overview aspect. So it did take some time, 16 minutes in, but hopefully you guys kind of get a grasp of what to expect when playing this game. There's a lot of content in this game. So besides story mode, they have the whole story mode, then they have a second difficulty known as world mission. They'll have side stories where you can grind gear and more levels, get some extra benefits, buy things from the shop with exclusive currency for that side story. You'll have your farmable missions to get materials for your character. Abyss is a really cool aspect that I really like about this game. It's kind of like a tower where you go all the way up to floor 80. You get three missions or 3 entries a day, and you know exactly what the rewards are on every single floor. Some of the best gear that you can get is from Abyss, and you will use these every single time. There's farmable gear, there's farmable characters. There's just so many things that you can do in this game, and I love it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like down below. Give it a thumbs up. If you enjoy this game, if you are going to play this game, let me know. I do have a guild, me, Kabuki. It's Kabuki's guild, but we're kind of like running it together. The guild is called Badoof. If you do get, now this isn't like, everyone come join the guild. It's like, for those of you who are invested in the game and do want to join the guild, this is going to be a higher end guild, if you say so. For people who are committed to playing the game, I should say. But yeah, feel free to join in that case. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, I'll see you next time in the reroll guide and so on. And I'll be making more content on it. That's really it. See you on the next one. Peace out.